Tony Summers and I'm partner at MHA Carpenter Box, and I head up the sector group for manufacturing and technology. Now, the budget obviously had to raise some money somewhere, and to be fair, he's kicked that down the long grass a little bit down the road. So we've got corporation tax rates going up to 25% from April 2023 for profits over 250,000. But encouragingly, he's given a number of different tax incentives, if you like, that will help the manufacturing sector get to the point where they're making lots of profits by the time we get to 2023. For companies that have made a loss in these COVID times but were previously profitable, corporation tax losses of up to 2 million can now be carried back for 3 years instead of just one, enabling tax refunds to obviously come in and boost cash flows for those companies. So there's now an incentive to get your accounts and tax computations done quickly. On the staffing front, more incentives are now in place for companies that take on apprentices, which will be welcomed by many manufacturing and tech companies. And perhaps more towards the other end of the staffing spectrum, plans are now in place for new visa scheme that will help startups and rapidly growing tech companies source talent from overseas. I think the details of this are yet to come. The biggest change that probably grabbed a lot of the headlines was this new super deduction of 130% on plant and machinery spend that would ordinarily qualify for the usual 18% written down allowance, and a first year allowance of 50% on those assets that would qualify for a 6% written down allowance. Although it's worth noting that for these 6% assets bought between the 1st of April 2021 and 31st December 2021, you want to use your 100% annual investment allowance if you've not used it all up. The super deduction will run for 2 years from the 1st of April 2021. So companies looking to invest in plant and machinery this month, you might want to look at deferring that decision to next month, where you'll be able to get the super deduction. And my final point, looking ahead to the horizon a little, Brexit, you can't do any presentation or something like this without mentioning Brexit. Brexit means that the UK is no longer restricted by the EU state rules, which has been noted in the past as a reason for not making the R&D regime even more generous than it currently is. The UK now has the ability to enhance that regime if it so chooses, and as a result, I welcome the fact that a review has been commissioned into R&D and EIS for that matter to see if they are still internationally competitive, whatever that means. And I hope that this will lead to the R&D treatment becoming more generous, perhaps from the 1st of April next year. I think it's fair to say that the current R&D regime is being abused by some, so it wouldn't surprise me if the review recommends the bar for what constitutes genuine technological advancement being raised to combat this abuse, and for claims in general to be challenged more by HMRC. If you have any questions about anything I've said or anything that you've seen or heard about the budget, then please go to our Budget Hub on our website or feel free to contact us. Thank you.